Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today we're doing another 5-day challenge, and you guys are going to be excited because you guys have been waiting for this one. The new Dream palette. So this is the brand new launch from Natasha Denona, and you guys know I just finished doing my review or my first impression on it, but it's time to put this to the 5-day challenge test. So in these videos, what I do is I use a palette for 5 days straight to give it to you guys straight to tell you exactly what I think about this palette, and this has been my victim. This has been my 5-day challenge victim. I've got a lot to say about this palette, so let's go ahead and get into it. Don't forget to hit subscribe though, and if you haven't seen a video like this one before, I have an entire playlist because I have been going through my entire collection and doing 5-day challenges on my palette, so you could check that out. But let's go ahead, let's zoom in, and let's get into day number 1. All right, we are on day number 1 of the 5-day challenge using the Dream palette. So today I have an interesting video. So I'm going to be filming a makeup on the red carpet. If you guys don't know that series, it's a series I started when I first started my channel. So, God, how long have I had a channel? I don't even know. 4 years, maybe? And I started it a long time ago, and I had to take a break from it because the pandemic, nobody was doing red carpets anymore. But on that series, what I do is I go over like the best dressed of the night on different award series. And then I also tell you guys the exact makeup products that the celebrity makeup artist used on the celebrities. And then we have fun and say who was the best. And I usually don't say the worst because I kind of try to keep it more positive, you know? So I usually just say the best of everything, and then I give my little critiques on stuff that I don't like. But anyway, so today I have to do a look for that series, and I wanted to see if I could kind of copy a little bit of Lily James's look. I wanted to see if I could do something similar to Lily James' look. You see that? I want to do something similar to that because I feel like I can do that with this palette. You know, not identical, but like something in that realm. So that's what I'm going to try to do for this first look. Yes, there's probably another palette that might be able to accomplish this better, like the Natasha Denona Gold palette, but I do feel like this palette is going to let me do something similar. So that is what we're going to do for today's look. We're going to basically copy this eye and maybe even make it a little bit more burgundy-ish. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So how I wanna start the look is I'm gonna play with this color and this brown. I'm gonna kind of like smoke that. Actually, you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll do these two. I'm gonna do these two. I'm gonna mix them in together just to make the deep brown just a little lighter because it's not as deep as that one. We're gonna let's grab this one first and let's kind of put that on like that. Let's get a bigger brush because that brush is just all sorts of bad. Let's jump back into my rougher brushes. Love these brushes. Can't live without them, and there is a reason. I'm going to just go like this and add that. It's kind of like my smoky color. Then it looks like we can get into the deeper. I think we can create almost the same look, guys. This is interesting. Very pretty. Okay, so then now I'm going to jump into this richer color. Don't get into the black. Aspiration, and I'm just going to kind of like, let's see, I guess it's kind of like a outer V deepening. And then I'll mix a little bit of the other color together. A little bit of this one to lighten it up just a little bit so it's not so deep. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I totally think that we can mimic this look. All right, next, the gold. We're jumping to this color. Let's put a little bit of invention on top just to make it even more sparkly. Cool. Now let's blend all of these together. Now it looks like on the lower lash line, she basically is mimicking this entire like look. So she's doing the brown, she's doing the gold. So let's start off with a little bit of the brown as a tight line, and then we'll smoke it with the lighter brown. So we'll grab this one to smoke it. Okay, so now we're gonna bring the gold into the inner corner. Let's grab this gold here. I'm also gonna grab a little bit of the spontaneous color. Just to tie in that little gold. Tight line just a little bit more with that darker shade, just close to the lash line. And let's see if there's anything else that I feel. Okay, so now I think what we need to do is add a liner and some mascara, but I think that looks pretty similar. And then I'll do the other eye. I'll show you guys the final look. Give me 1 second. All right, so here we go, final look. Oh, I like this. So I think it actually came out really similar. I mean, I think so, to the Lily James look, so I'm happy. So I think my makeup on the red carpet look is gonna look pretty spot on. What do you guys think? What do you think, right? That's kind of similar. I mean, it's not exact. The gold is more gold on hers, but you can mimic something really close using this palette, which would not be very expected. But yeah, I'm really happy with the look. I think that the colors that I used worked really well. The color that's a little bit like the deeper brown, this cool tone brown right here, I did have to blend out quite a bit, and blending it with another shade kind of helped it a little bit. Anytime you have like those richer cool tone colors, sometimes I feel like they can get a little stuck and then you got to blend them out. But it wasn't that bad. I mean, you guys can see the blend is good. It's just, I wish it blended just a little bit better, but I will continue using it because I really honestly like this look a lot. The lips that I'm using, actually the combo, I did a combo today. So what I did was to kind of match the lip color, I used her brand new Natasha. So this is the same color Natasha as her original formula, but she has kind of like changed her formula a little bit for this line. This is like a gel formula. I told you guys in my review it seemed really milky, like it felt like it was like melting on my lips. I thought that was a little strange, and it's because it's a little bit different of a formula. So this one has like a gel formula, and it kind of reminds me of Sammy, to be honest, because I feel like Sammy did the same thing. But anyways, I mixed it with Sammy. So I mixed both of these together and created this. I feel like the shininess is coming from this product right here because the Natasha color is a lot more glossy. But I think that this looks really similar to the color. I'm using the new palette of the cheek palette on my cheeks with the highlight. I love that cheek palette. That is like phenomenal. Rare Beauty mascara. I used the Natasha Denona Macro Tech, the brown liner on the lower. Actually, no, I didn't. I used the KVD brown liner on the lower lash line. That's what I used. And yeah, that's how I finished off this look. Very happy with it. I think that this is a stellar look, and you guys should try recreating this one because I think you're really gonna like it. I gotta start filming that fashion video. I will see you guys in the next day. Hello guys, so today is day number 2, 5-day challenge using Natasha Denona's Dream Palette, and there's somebody cutting the grass outside, so I'm gonna try to do this quick. Here's the eye look. What do you think? Very casual. I'm actually gonna go meet a realtor now, so I am not dressed too up, jeans, t-shirt. Man mowing the lawn. So I did is I grabbed this color right here at the end, this one right here, the kind of cool tone brown, and I smoked out the outer edge. You can hardly see it on camera, but in person you could see it. And then I grabbed the color Serenity. I almost dropped the palette. Oh, I dropped this color right here, Serenity, and I kind of just smoked that in the whole entire eye, and then I just grabbed that other color and I just smoked out the outer V. Then I got Natasha Denona's Macro Tech and I did a little tiny line. That was like an afterthought. Really thought I was gonna destroy everything. Tried to take it back, but then I was committed, had to do it. Then I just put on some Rare Beauty mascara. My lipstick is Nude Romance with the new Natasha Denona lip gloss. So this is the Dream Collection one. Does it have a name? My Dream Lip. That. And that's it. That is the look. What do you think? I think it looks okay. I will tell you something that I did notice when I pulled this out. I said, ooh, casual look. I didn't notice how dramatic this palette was. You know? Like to do like day looks, I feel like it's like so much drama. Didn't realize that. I didn't realize this is like, you know, this is kind of drama. So I'm wondering if her next palette is going to be lighter than this, because look at that, right? Isn't it kind of drama? Anyways, that's the look. I'm happy, but I'll see you guys in day number 3. All right, we have another day of the 5-day challenge using this palette. I think I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm gonna play with this shade shifting shade with the purple. But today I actually have a full day. God, I don't know, maybe I should do multiple. I think I might do, instead of like more casual looks with this, I might do like a few more fun ones because I feel like there's just so much I could do. All right, so today I kind of want to play with this color called Babies right here. I'm gonna put that all over the lid. I actually have a full day today. I did get one of the Hourglass palettes, the one I like the most. Let me see, I want to do a little bit of Carpe Diem. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit of Familia, which is this one here. I'm gonna blend it all with Unity. It's a very subtle look. I think I've decided I'm gonna do 2 more fun looks with this. I'm gonna grab this color called Aspiration, just because today I have a casual day. I actually have to film this Hourglass video and then I gotta go run some errands, so I'm not gonna do the exaggerated look that I want to do, but tomorrow is the weekend, so I'm going to have fun and I am going to do some fun looks for this weekend. So that's what we're gonna do. Looking for my favorite brush. This is the Bristles Beauty P06 RF. This is my favorite liner brush. This is what I use to do anything that has to do with tight lining. This brush does the best job. So I am going to add this like little liner detail. I'm not going to use eyeliner. I'm just going to use this to see how it works. And actually I like it so far. Also bring it on the lower lash line a little bit. I'm going to smoke with the color Unity. Get that peachy, brownish toned eye. This is a very casual look. Like I could wear this to the office easily. All right, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna do mascara, use the Hourglass palette, and I'll be right back. All right, so here is the final look for my 5-day challenge. This is how the eyes look. I think it came out really pretty. Natural makeup. I actually have to run a few errands today, so I couldn't go like too ham. That's why I'm gonna have 2 more probably fun looks in this video. Yeah, I'll probably do 2 more like really dramatic looks, but I really like it. I think it looks really pretty and elegant. My lips are Nude Romance from Charlotte Tilbury with Honey from Persona Cosmetics on top. And then I have Rare Beauty mascara, and that was it, right? Yeah, and the Hourglass Tiger palette on my face, which is the deepest one, which I'm trying to play with to make it like into a blush palette. But anyways, so that's what we're doing, and I think it came out really, really pretty. But anyways, that's today. I will see you guys in the next day. Hello. So we are on day number 3 or 4. I'm not sure. But 5-day challenge. Can you guys believe that my sinuses are aggravated again? So the last 5-day challenge you guys saw, same thing. Now we are here again. Don't know what's going on. I think it's a mixture of allergies and craziness. I have no idea. But anyways, so today I already have my makeup done. I use the new Hourglass palette, and I don't know which direction I want to go because I really want to go in like this purpley direction right here. But I also have to film a fashion video and I have to do some photographs. So I don't know if this duochrome is going to get in the way of my pictures, you know? I also really want to use the Blackest Black, but you know what? I also would like to do like a coppery look with this one right here. So should we do the purple today or should we do the purple tomorrow? I'm going to leave the purpley look for last. So I'm going to do that one tomorrow because I have a feeling it's going to look so amazing. And I do want to do my outro and intro with it. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to do something a little bit bronzy. Yeah, I'm going to do something bronzy, maybe adding in a little bit of this color here. And let's just play. I'm going to get Risk, which is this like reddish tone, and I'm going to put it all over the lid. Now, believe it or not, this color I thought was going to be a lot more silky. And I feel like it's not as silky as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to grab Thrill, that's right next door to it. I'm going to pick it up with the brush. I'm just going to add it in the inner portion. I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just building an eye look here, guys. And then what I want to do is I really want to play with the Blackest Black. Grab the Blackest Black. I typically would probably use this one right next door, but I kind of just want to see how black this is. I'm just going to use this as an outer V detail. Really black. I like the Blackest Black. I think that this one in this palette is so good. Like, this black is incredible. The one in her last palette was terrible compared to this. So I'm just going to use a thinner brush. I'm just going to kind of create like a wing effect using this Blackest Black because it's so good. So there's my crazy wing effect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend in this color here that's a little bit deeper brown that kind of matches the eye look better. So it's kind of just going to do like a blend. I kind of feel like grabbing Instinct, and I don't know if this is going to destroy everything, but I kind of just want to add it in. It's like an instinct. All right, Christina, cut that out. I'm just going to add that into the crease just to add a little bit of color. And then we're going to blend it. Look how cool that looks. Like, I feel like the final look is gonna look incredible. So give me a second. I'm gonna put a little bit of black liner from KVD, and then I'm gonna like do some really nice lashes. Well, not fake ones, but like my real ones. So give me 1 second. Let me finish this off. I think it's gonna look really cool. Give me a second. All right, we are finished, and I'm kind of obsessing over this look. I think it looks so awesome. I didn't even expect it. I have Rare Beauty mascara on, KVD black liner, and I smudged it. My lip combo is really cool. So what did I do? These and this. So this is from Esum Cosmetics, and I used this side. So this is like the orangey side. They have these really cool dual-ended lip liners, which I think are like amazing. And this is the orangey side. I'm gonna have these linked down below. I really like them. And the orangey one mixed with the color Cam from Makeup by Mario, which I've told you guys, this lipstick's way too dry for me. I really don't like the formula, but I love this color. So mixed together with this, so pretty. But I had to top it with a gloss. So what I used was, I topped it with the new Natasha Denona lip gloss. This is from the Dream Collection. So I just kind of like dabbed it in the center just to give some hydration to this because this is so drying. But that is the lip combo that I'm obsessed with. The eyes look so cool, and yeah, I'm kind of living for this look. So I'm actually really excited. It went a little bit more dramatic than I thought it was going to, but that is okay. I've got photographs and a video to film for fashion, and it'll work. We went a little overboard, but I really like the look. So anyways, so fun. Okay, I'm very happy. I'll see you guys in the next day. Okay, guys, so we are on our next day of the 5-day challenge. Anyways, I told you guys that I had a plan of using this changey, shifty shade color today, and that's what we're going to do. So we're just gonna jump into this. I actually, it's pouring rain outside, but I have to take some pictures for a collaboration with Motif, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'm gonna try to see if in between rain breaks I can actually do this, but let's go ahead and let's just start. So I'm gonna grab Vision. So this is the Shifty shade. Let's see how it looks. You know, it's so funny because like right now it just looks to me like a pink, but it looks so green in the pan. I wish it was like, I wish it would go on like green in the pan. It looked pink, you know, but it's a really pretty shade. It's just so funny with these shades. It just depends on the light, like how it looks. They're so weird. These Shifty shades are so weird to me. Anyways, let's jump into the dark, edgy color. This is like the idea that I had. I wanted to do like a real smoky, shifty, shady eye with the purple. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're gonna go for it, okay? We're going for it. Hopefully this works out. I think it will. I don't know why this palette is reminding me of like a Pat McGrath palette, which FYI, Pat McGrath is releasing her holiday collection, And I'm going to be doing a Make Up Your Mind. Actually, should I find the colors right now? I probably should on that. And I'm probably going to be having a Make Up Your Mind coming on that. Maybe it'll be before this. Who knows? But I think I'm going to look for it right now. That's going to be a nice and dramatic look. Look at that. Exactly what I thought it was going to look like, to be honest. This is exactly where I'm going. And then what I want to do is let's grab some of this dark purple here and let's bring that on the lower lash line. Get this one. This is going to be my dramatic look. All right? Okay, so let's add a little bit more of this because I feel like it kind of, like I see it. It's just, you know what, these Shifty shades, they trick you. I see it like in over here, I see it, in here I don't see it. It's just where you look, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's just add an accent color to the inner corner with Spontaneous. And just for fun, let's grab some Invention and let's just dab that on the center, add some sparkle. And give me 1 second. Let's put some liner, mascara. Let's finish off this look. There goes some more weather alerts. I don't think these photos are going to happen, but give me a few minutes. Let me finish this off, put it together, and I'll show you guys the final look. All right, so here we go, final look. I love it. So it's purple, it's crazy, it color shifts on me, it goes from green to purple and pink and I don't know what, but it looks kind of cool. So I kind of like this look a lot. Love the way the purple came out. My lashes are Rare Beauty mascara, and then on the lower lash line I used the purple liner from Natasha Denona, smudged it a little bit. So this is the lip combo that I did. I did this lip combo, so what it is Sexy Sienna from Charlotte Tilbury mixed with this Esum Duended lip liner. This is the blushed color, so it made it a little bit less peachy toned. And then I topped it with Natasha Denona's lip gloss. And that's how it came to be. I really, really love this look. I am so excited. I'm so happy I came up with another pretty look. Okay, so now we are at the end. I just want to quickly overview this for you guys. So what do I think about this palette? I actually think it's a really pretty palette. But there is some downfalls to it, and it's actually something that you don't really notice too much from the palette. It's actually kind of vampy. It's kind of a vampy palette, and when I looked at it originally, I thought this is more light, this is more soft glam, but actually has a little bit more of like that oomph to it. Like it's a little bit dramatic, which I didn't think that was the case. Like every time I look at this and I went to go make a look, a lot of them created very smoky looks. Like it's kind of like all the deepening shades really bring you some punch, you know? So when you look on this side and you have like these lighter shades, you could do like lighter looks over here. You know, this side gives you some of those lighter looks, but I feel like this is where your mind goes when you play with this palette. You go into like the deeper colors. You're doing more smoky looks. The purples are like very purple. So like for example, this one, it's a deeper purple, but it's not as deep as it looks in here. It actually looks a lot more purple on the lids. You know, like these metallics here, like they're very glittery. So like you have a lot more pizzazz there. Like it's a little bit more like a nighttime palette. So I'm actually thinking of this a little bit different. I'm thinking of this now as like a nighttime palette, more than like an everyday palette. So I think I could create some pretty everyday looks, which you guys did see. But where I think that this palette really gives me like that punch, like that coolness, is with the nighttime colors, with the dramatic like looks. When I'm smoking out those outer edges, this black is insanely good. It is just like one of the best blacks. Like I love this black. It's great. This color blends really nice as well. It's a really pretty like cool tone brown. It did some really nice color. It did some really nice looks for me. But of course a little bit more oomph, like it gave me a little bit more drama. This color was a lot more pink toned than it is purple. So this comes off a lot lighter on your eyes than it does inside the pan. Of course, this one we use today, it does that drama of it does that really cool dual chrome effect, which in my opinion is more of like an evening look. This one gives you that nice purple, which is also a little bit more like for a smoky eye. Lots of glitter in this guy. This guy gives you like lots of glitter. It's a really pretty like topper. You can put it all over the lids for a day look with a little bit of liner, and yes, it's gonna look really pretty. But like in my opinion, I would want to use this all over the lid with a dramatic liner and then just put like a red lip, and I think that would be like insane. But I also think that that would look really nice at night with like a beautiful white dress or something, you know? So like here we go into some of the area that we can go a little lighter, but even this one on its own, when I put it on, it's richer, you know, so it's like a little bit of a rich metallic. So when you put it on, you're already kind of vamping up your look a little bit. You know, these two here are really awesome blending shades, but in my opinion, they're like awesome blending accent shades to deeper looks. So like this one, you got the real deep base, and then you put in that like pinky peachy blending shade, and it kind of like pops through. I love the way that looks. Then we go into another metallic that's richer. So you've got like this, you have like this nice reddish tone. So that also gives you like that poof, you know, like it gives you a little bit more of like that strong metallic-y color. This color right here is really nice too for blending, but since it is a little bit more cool tone, in my opinion, when I'm doing like really light looks, sometimes cool tones I don't love to use as much. I really love them for vampy looks though. And then these three here on the outer edge, like it's like almost the same thing. Like this one has a really nice rich brown to it. So this is the color that I would use for my day looks for smoking out the outer V, just because it's the least aggressive color. This one's all full of glitter, and then this one is very similar to this color, like literally almost got the same color here. They're very, very close in tone. So like I said with the other one, when you put it on, this one's a little lighter, but it does do a little bit more of like that strong brownish grayish effect on the lid. So my mind has kind of changed with this palette. It's like I'm thinking of this more of like an evening palette more than like a daily palette. It's something that I will pull out when I want to do a really cool dramatic look because it gives me the drama. There is some, like I said before, there is some tones there that we can use during the day, but I feel like it goes more dramatic. Do I think that this is like a must-needed palette? Like I don't. Like even though like I feel like it gave me beautiful dramatic looks, it's not like every color in here was like perfection for me for those dramatic looks. Like I created really cool looks, but there is other palettes that I may have jumped into to create those dramatic looks more than even this one. So even though the palette is beautiful, and even though I feel like the formula is great, I feel like I am gonna use this, I still don't think it's like a must-have palette. I think it's like, if you love this color story, you like purples, and you think you'll get a lot of use out of, then I think it's a great palette. But it's not like a have-to-have palette. Like after doing this 5-day challenge, I do still feel like this palette right here is gonna give you more of like those purpley tones if you're like a real purple person. So this is the retro, and it's gonna give you more of those purpley tone looks. And the only reason that I would say somebody would buy this one is that if you liked this palette but you felt like your looks went really purple and you wanted to step away from that pinky purple look and you wished you had some browns in there, this would be your ideal palette because it gives you those browns and it keeps you a little bit away from the purpley eyes. Like you don't always have to do purple with this one, whereas this one, all of them kind of look almost the same. It's almost like she modified the midi retro so it would make more looks than just the purples that the midi retro did. But I do feel like if you own this one, you have similar colors. Like these are going to create similar eye looks, only this one is actually going to take you a little bit further because you have more colors in here. You could do different looks than you're able to do with this one. And if I'm being completely honest, I honestly think that the Patrick Ta palette, so the Major Dimensions, this is the new one that he released. I feel like Natasha Denona, what she did was she mixed the two together. Like it's almost like these two palettes in one, right? So it's the Major Dimension and the new Major Dimension with a black. I do still think it's a beautiful palette. I do like it. I think it's great quality. If anything, it definitely stands up to Natasha Denona quality. So she did a great job of quality, great job of color selection. Originality, probably not as much because I do think that there is some of these kind of colors in her line already. And I do think the retro was kind of close to it. So I think originality, maybe not as much, but I do still love the palette. I think it's beautiful. And if you're looking at it, you will not regret purchasing it. And yeah, that is where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know down below if you liked the looks and which was your favorite, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.